In the world, there are many people possessing superhuman intelligence. They come from different backgrounds and do different jobs. But all of them have the same thing. That is, they have the highest IQ in the world. IQ stands for the phrase intelligence quotient in English, which means intelligence of the brain. A person with a high IQ has the ability to manipulate, process, and analyze information at an in-depth level and faster than the average person. Today, scientific research has shown that, on average, a person's IQ ranges from 85 to 115. Some cases with higher IQs than 145 can be considered a sign of a genius. According to research, only about 0.1% of the population has an IQ of 145 or higher. However, history records that there are people with the highest IQ in the world, and their IQ is up to 250. More than scientists you often know, like Albert Einstein or Stephen Hawking, the following people you may not have known, but have extremely high IQ. Number 1. William James Sidis. IQ about 250 to 300. William James Sidis is said to have the highest IQ in history, but the true number is unknown. Experts only estimate between 250 to 300. William James Sidis, born 1898 in New York, USA, is the most intelligent man on earth, a prodigy and an outstanding mathematician. He is a master of languages and a gifted writer. When he was only 18 months old, he was able to read the New York Times. By the age of 8, he had taught himself Latin, Greek, French, Russian, German, Hebrew, Turkish, and Armenian. In addition to those 8 languages, he invented his own language and called it Vendergood. At the age of 9, William attended Harvard's symposium on four-dimensional space and was accepted into the school immediately. However, because he was too young, he was advised to stay at home to self-study, and at the age of 11, he officially enrolled in mathematics at Harvard University. Thanks to that, William became the youngest person ever to enroll at the most prestigious university in the US and the world. During his years studying there, he was always considered by professors as the smartest in the group of prodigy students. Graduating from Harvard at the age of 16, William quickly became a professor of mathematics and taught at Rice University. But because most of the students in the class were older than him, often calling him a childish professor, he gave up his teaching career. William decided to return to Harvard to study law after only 8 months. In 1918, he was imprisoned while participating in an anti-war protest. The person who was expected to change the world ended up tragically passing away at that age. Number 2. Terence Tao, IQ 230. Terence Tao is a familiar name in the world of mathematics. Terence Tao was born in 1975 in a Chinese-Australian family. Tao demonstrated extraordinary math abilities at a very young age, attending college-level math classes from the age of 9.
Well, I've always liked mathematics as long as I can remember. My parents told me when I was 2, I don't remember this myself, but when I was 2, they found me trying to teach some older kids, like 4 or 5 years old, how to count, using these wooden number blocks, which I had apparently learned from watching Sesame Street. The earliest memory I have of mathematics was maybe a little bit older, maybe I was 4 or so, and my grandmother was washing the windows at our home, and I was demanding that she put the detergent on the windows in the shape of numbers. So I always like numbers and anything which was a logical pattern.
He is one of the only 2 kids in the history of Johns Hopkins Special Talent Program. He scored over 700 on the SAT math test when he was 8 years old. In 3 consecutive years, Mr. Tao was the youngest competitor at the time to participate in the International Mathematical Olympiad and won bronze, silver, and gold medals respectively. In 1996, he received a doctorate from Princeton University, USA, and began teaching at the University of California, becoming the youngest person to be recognized as a professor here at the age of 24. Number 3. Marilyn Vos Savant. IQ 228. Marilyn Vos Savant was born in 1946 in the city of St. Louis, USA, is a famous American writer, lecturer, and playwright. She is known for her book, Ask Marilyn, printed in Parade magazine since 1986. Marilyn is of Italian, Czechoslovak, and German descent, and has Austrian ancestry. She is also known as a descendant of physicist and philosopher Ernst Mach. From a young age, she was very intelligent and had a great passion for math and science. At the age of 10, the child scientist took 2 Stanford Binet IQ tests. The results show that Marilyn has the same intelligence as a 22-year-old 11-month-old. With an index of 228, Marilyn is the child with the highest IQ ever. However, the prodigy was not aware of it. She said, "At the time, no one said anything to me. I thought this was a common metric that many other people achieve." She was the first person to be recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records as the person with the highest IQ in 1986 and held that position until 1989. Number 4. Christopher Hirata. IQ 225. Christopher Hirata, born in 1982, is a Japanese American who was considered a child prodigy from a very young age. Hirata gained attention as his intelligence grew. At the age of 3, he calculated the total cost including weight, quantity, discount, sales tax when shopping at the supermarket with his mother. You can memorize the alphabet and encode them all with numbers and letters. In 1st grade, the guy born in 82 started solving algebra. By the age of 12, he had reached university-level degrees in physics and multivariate calculus. At the age of 13, Hirata became the youngest American to win a gold medal at the 1996 International Physics Olympiad. At the age of 14, the young man was invited to the California Institute of Technology, Caltech, and 2 years later began working with NASA on a project to study the possibility of conquering Mars. At the age of 18, Hirata earned his doctorate from Princeton University at 22 with a thesis on weak gravitational lensing theory and data analysis. Hirata currently teaches astrophysics at the California Institute of Technology. Number 5. Kim Ung-Yong. IQ 210. Kim Ung-Yong was born in Korea in 1963. He could speak and read English, German, Korean, and Japanese when he was only 3 years old. After his natural talent was publicly announced, he went to the U.S. to study and work for NASA for more than 10 years. However, later, because of disappointment with life at NASA, because of pressure from public opinion, he returned to his native Korea to work as a teacher and continues to do so to this day. Although people once called them failed prodigies when deciding to become a teacher in a university, but he still feels very happy with his life and is satisfied with his decision. Kim Ung-Yong is considered to be an interesting person because of the unimaginable things he chose rather than the things he did. Number 6. Evangelos Katsioulis. IQ 198. Known for his IQ of 198, Dr. Evangelos Katsioulis from Greece has worked as a medical doctor and psychiatrist. He earned degrees in philosophy, medical research technology, and psychopharmacology. He's the founder of Network World Intelligence, Nguyen, an international organization of high IQ people. That is a voluntary group that pioneers the discovery and support of individuals gifted in Greece. Katsioulis is also a good painter. Number 7. Garry Kasparov, IQ 194. Garry Kasparov, with an IQ of 194, was once a Russian chess grandmaster and is considered the strongest player in history. Kasparov was the unbeatable world chess champion between 1985 to 1993. In May 1997, this chess legend defeated a supercomputer that can calculate 200 million moves per second. In 1999, he played chess against more than 50,000 delegates from about 75 different countries on the continent. Moreover, Garry Kasparov is also quite famous for his political activities, the most prominent of which are against IBM's Deep Blue computer or pro-opposition political activities in Russia under Vladimir Putin as Prime Minister. He is currently retired and serves on the board of directors of the Human Rights Watch. They are the smartest people in the whole world. They are born with more wrinkled brain than any other person. However, after all, they are always learning, always trying, always improving to develop their capacity. Who impressed you the most? Leave a comment below to let us know. Thank you for watching our channel. If you click like and share our videos. And don't forget to subscribe to ASK KPOP Entertainment to watch more interesting videos.